The next question you want to ask yourself is, okay, so you have states that protect certain degrees of culpability, and you have federal law that says you should be protected all the way up to willful misconduct, which under federal law includes gross negligence as defined. When then we're going to have to talk about how that gets defined, right? And that's another topic we're going to talk about, but as defined. Okay, but then you have to ask yourself, okay, but what activities do these statutes cover, right? Because we know that under federal law, the federal law only applies to licensed activities. And those licensed activities can only be launch, reentry, and launch site, because those are the only things that the federal government has jurisdiction over, okay? So under the space activity statutes, California, Colorado, Florida, Virginia, and Oklahoma said, well, we're gonna follow the federal government's lead and we're only going to address launch and reentry, okay? Now you see how these things are coming together. If they only cover launch and reentry, and the federal government only covers launch and reentry, if the statutes contradict each other, you have a classic preemption problem. Because the federal government is going to have to take over, and the state government is going to have to give way to federal law. Okay? In Arizona, Texas, and New Mexico, it's a little different. Because Arizona, Texas, and New Mexico's statute, the state statute, covers training, pre-launch activities, on-orbit events, post-reentry procedure, which includes crew and SFP recovery, right? So here's the federal government with our two prongs, launch and reentry, and here comes Arizona, Texas, and New Mexico with pre-launch, launch, on-orbit, reentry, and post-launch. So there's three prongs there that are not covered by federal law, which means that the state statute would survive.